So, next up, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Demarkius Medley. Demarkius's family has deep roots in agriculture. As plantation workers in the Mississippi Delta in the same fields where his ancestors were forced into slavery, Demarkius's mother picked cotton alongside her mother, her father, her grandmother, and grandfather. Now, decades later, he and his brother founded Greenlords Inc, an aquaponics farm in Galesburg with degrees in mechanical engineering, technology, and business, 6 children, and a cutting-edge aquaponics and industrial hemp farm. He's one busy guy. Here is Demarkius.
In 2011, my life changed forever. I was born with spinal bifida. What started with a simple doctor visit ended up becoming major spinal surgery because I was born with the birth defect. And what spinal bifida is when the infant's spine doesn't develop fully in the mother's womb. And in my case, the tumor grew in that place and it pushed on the nerves in my back and caused nerve damage in both my legs and muscle loss. So at 26 years old, my career as a laborer was pretty much over. So I can no longer use my body, to earn money as a career. So I spent the next year and a half in recovery from the surgery. I had to teach myself how to walk again. It's just a very dark time for me. And I decided instead of staying in my sorrows, that I could pick myself up and I can use this as an opportunity to make myself a better person. So I decided to start exercising and eating right. And before I knew it, I was in the best shape of my life. I was even stronger than before. And but I was still not able to go back to work. The doctor wouldn't release me. So my mother-in-law knew that I was looking for something to buy my time, and she saw a volunteer opportunity for Urban Farm in Galesburg. And I was introduced to a young farm manager named Matt Wallen. He showed me around the farm and showed me his aquaponics system, which immediately piqued my interest. And from there, I was allowed the opportunity to actually visit another urban farm in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which used a large aquaponics system to grow produce and raise fish year-round in Milwaukee, in a very urban environment where they raise anything from fish to chickens to goats and things like that. And upon entry, as soon as you walk in, they show the who's who of Milwaukee. It's a 5-star general, I believe, police captain, and then there's Will Allen, a 6'7" former professional basketball player, in the tank top, and it just inspired me to see this black man next to these these affluent white males in Milwaukee, and being just as important to the community, if not more. And also seeing that he was awarded a Genius grant of $500,000 because of his efforts. So I was really inspired that I could do the same, that maybe me and my brothers can do the same one day. And I remember walking through his facility and just feeling the energy and, seeing the people work together almost like a family. And I was just inspired by it all. And so fast forward, I decided to go back to school full time and study engineering technology. And, I ended up working and started a new career in utilities, which allowed me to help finance that goal. And along with some investments from my family members, my brothers and I founded Greenlords Inc in 2017. And we started an urban farm in the middle of Galesburg using aquaponics. And from the very beginning, it was just like we just took off because people was inspired by our story. And we came up what I thought was a way for us to create careers for ourselves and give back to the community, along with build generational wealth for our family. And so along with that, my brothers and I made a small donation to Galesburg Youth Athletic Club to help start an after-school program in hopes that we can combine our aquaponics. We can teach the kids aquaponics and things like that on the farm, along with curriculum to help with their homework and stuff after schools programs. My brothers and I grew up in those. It was very important. So everything was great, but we got a lot of pushback from the city, with zoning issues and fled our lives from the city. I think we were mainly misunderstood. But we're persistent. My mother, she grew up on a plantation in Mississippi, picking cotton alongside her mother and her father, and their father and their mother before then. basically always back to the time of bondage. And my mother's only 67, 60. I'm sorry, she's gonna be so mad. 63. So she was still picking cottons in the 70s, to say the least. So I kind of use that to persevere through anything. And so all the ups and downs is just working, from the police raiding the farm, mistaking my industrial hemp for marijuana, to just, pushback from city officials. We just persevered through it all, because for me it became something bigger. And for me, working on my farm is not work. On my worst day, my farm brings me peace. My farm is my happy place. The beautiful colors, the sounds, and the smells are intoxicating. I work hard to secure the opportunity to grow industrial hemp for CBD, and this plant with thousands of uses has pushed my growing skills, to the next level. Like I'm using these unique skills I learned, and we grow hemp to trees, like anything you've probably seen. So which leads to bountiful harvest for us all. So becoming a farmer has taken my life in a direction, a young boy from the west side of Chicago never envisioned. So growing up, food insecurity was real, and food insecurity was real, and healthy foods are hard to obtain. So what Greenlords is trying to do is help combat these issues in our small community. Our farm was purposely placed in a food desert to lead the battle to defeating childhood hunger by teaching sustainable agriculture. And our farm was not only created to lead our family with generational wealth, but to lead our community in educational wealth and health. So I want to thank you all for listening, and I appreciate you guys for taking the time, and I hope that you can support this great organization. Thank you.
Awesome.
So good. So good. Nailed it.
Wow, what touching words. Working on my farm is not work. On my worst day, my farm brings me peace. It's my happy place. The beautiful colors, sounds, and smells are intoxicating. Boy, I wish I could say the same for my little office here at home during COVID. But what a wonderful story. What an extraordinary family story. And I'm so amazed that he's overcome all those obstacles to find his passion, and to make this the hemp and CBD that seems to be bringing a lot of people, some comfort from their pain. I know I'm a creaky person who's got some sore muscles these days as well. So thank you, Demarkius.